The University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics is a nationally ranked hospital that just happens to be part of our college campus. Even though most of us see this hospital every day, it has so much history to be uncovered. Let's take a look. The University of Iowa Hospital actually started on the east side of campus dating all the way back to 1873. Due to lack of space and funding, the hospital was located in an unused mechanics academy on campus to treat patients. The medical department raised $5,000 to make medical renovations to this vacant school building at the time. The hospital had one ward for women and a separate ward for men, including 4 private rooms that all used trained nuns as nurses. The small 20-bed hospital was opened by the Sisters of Mercy Catholic and the Iowa Medical Department, but sadly only lasted for about 10 years due to the differences of the two groups. The Mercy Sisters would later use this first hospital to make Mercy Hospital on the far east side of campus. After the group split up in 1898, the University of Iowa reopened a hospital near the same location, allowing for 65 patients. The present Seashore Hall is the foundation of this hospital and is used today for psychology classes. At the time, the hospital was a state-of-the-art building. It had heating, electrical lighting, and its design was very modern for the late 1800s. This new and improved hospital is best known for its amphitheater that holds 200 people at a time. This amphitheater was used to watch the performance of surgeries and to learn new techniques. With the growing population in Iowa City and the popularity of the hospital, they decided that it was time to expand. In 1920, the first children's hospital was built, along with the psychiatric hospital built shortly after. Because they had maximized the space in the adult hospital, the children and psych hospital were both built on the west side of the river. The children's hospital was one of the first of its kind and was different because it was not connected to the main hospital like most are today. As we all know, the psychiatric world today has changed significantly over the years. This psychiatric ward had nearly 200 residents and only 10 physicians. 1/4 of the patients were under 20 years old, and the average stay was around 70 days. Although most patients stayed until they got better, roughly 25% of them were sent to the state hospital for the insane. As the population continued to grow, Iowa made a consecutive decision to make an even bigger general hospital on the west side of the river. In the early 1930s, a 735-bed hospital was ready for patients. This construction was one of the largest buildings in the country and laid the foundation for the University of Iowa Hospital today. The University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics is best known for the big hospital behind the football field, but actually has many off-site clinics that athletes can use to their advantage. As you all know now, it has a children's hospital, multiple psych units, and a major sports medicine clinic. The sports medicine clinic gives care to all athletes, all ages, with ranges of injuries.
University of Iowa Sports Medicine is a community service center. We know you like to keep your body healthy. We also know that activity level to keep yourself healthy can lead to injury. Our sports medicine experts can provide treatments such as physical therapy, surgery, or something in between. Why go anywhere else other than where the Hawkeyes go to stay on top of their game?
Sports medicine's goal is to get every athlete in prime condition, whether that means getting ultrasounds, surgery, physical therapy, rehabilitation programs, and many more. Sports medicine also partakes in many clinical research studies and does this with the University of Iowa and the Multi-Orthopedic Outreach Network Research Group. Clinical studies are used to try and improve their services even more for athletes. This outreach clinic is located behind the University of Iowa Athletics Hall of Fame, has a pool, a cast and bracing room, 16 exam rooms, 4 treatment rooms, along with almost 8,000 square feet for rehabilitation and strength services. For athletes, the hospital can be utilized for training and conditioning, but sometimes may need to be used for hospitalization. In 2011, 13 University of Iowa football players were admitted to the hospital for rhabdomyolysis. Rhabdomyolysis is a muscle disorder that may occur with stress and can lead to kidney failure. This syndrome usually causes temporary paralysis of the affected muscles.
13 Iowa football players are still in the hospital with possible muscle and kidney damage.
The University of Iowa says extreme workouts are to blame.
New tonight, a closer look at the players' condition and how you can avoid a trip to the emergency room. KETV News Watch 7's Ryan Louie live.
And Brandy, the school says the players are stable and are responding well to treatment there in Iowa City. I spoke with a kidney specialist at the University of Nebraska Medical Center tonight. He and a personal trainer say this is incredibly unusual and truthfully very serious, saying the school may have pushed those 13 athletes a bit too far.
No doubt about it, workouts can go too far.
It has to be fun and challenging.
Logic from Matt McKay, a personal trainer with Going Vertical, a fitness facility in Sarpy County.
You know, you got to do everything in moderation. So if your body's telling you to slow down or stop, you might want to listen to your body.
McKay says the signs of overdoing it are fairly obvious.
If someone's going to get sick, they lose the color in their face and in their lips in particular. They start getting maybe a clammy sweat.
Well, the University of Iowa won't say if the 13 hospitalized players were in fact overdoing it, but the fact some of the players reported brown-colored urine suggests they're suffering from myoglobinuria, a condition of rhabdomyolysis. That's according to Dr. Cliff Miles, a kidney specialist who explains what those two big words mean.
When muscle cells in the body break down, die, they release their contents into the bloodstream.
Consequently, Dr. Miles says the two conditions can damage the kidneys. Professional treatment, he says, an absolute must.
Sometimes patients need dialysis while waiting to recover from this. And in severe forms, they don't always recover kidney function.
So, as athletes strive to reach their full potential, doctors and trainers say everyone just ought to be careful.
It's definitely a lesson. I think strength coaches all over the country will be being aware of what's happening and then maybe dial things back a little bit.
Now, aggressive hydration is described as the best treatment. Again, the University of Iowa says those players are exhibiting signs of muscle damage, but they're stable tonight. No word on who those players are, nor how long they'll be in the hospital.
An athletic trainer claims that their workout routine has not changed for years and that excessive exercise is rarely the cause for rhabdomyolysis. Although this seems to be the leading cause, no one will ever be 100% sure. With proper diagnosis and treatment from the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, the players were able to fully recover. Although the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics has a long history and has gone through a lot in its past, it continues to exceed the needs of patients, no matter if that is students or student athletes.